Hey everyone, it's Tinkerbell, and today I'm going to bring you an updated version of how I straighten my hair. So for this video, I want pin straight hair because it's Halloween, so I've left my GHGs and I've opted for Trevor Sorbet straighteners as they are much more effective at straightening your hair. And I'm also using Vatika Nourish and Protect Cream to protect my hair from heat damage. So first things first, I have to split my hair into 3 sections, the top section going from my eyebrows. So I'm just going to separate that and tie it up into a high knot bun to keep it out of the way. I'm then going to do a second section and I'm going to go from the top of my ears and just the exact same thing, so separate all of that hair and tie it up into a bun to keep it out of the way. I'm going to thoroughly brush all of my hair with a wide-toothed comb. And then I'm going to take my Vatika cream and just rub some of that all the way from the roots to the tips. And just massage that in, and then I'm just going to brush all of that through as well. I'm just going to scooch a bit back so that you guys can see a bit better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a thin section and I'm going to take my straighteners. Actually, first of all, I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to distribute the hair evenly throughout the comb. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my comb and my straighteners together to make sure that there are no tangles when the straighteners straighten my hair. And this makes it a lot easier for me to go all the way from the roots to the end. And I'm just going to do that again to make sure that my hair is pin straight. My GHDs are great, but they don't make my hair, they make my hair nice and straight, but they don't make it pin straight, and that's what I'm aiming for here, which is why I'm using my Trevor Sorbet straighteners. I think that's how it's pronounced. And once I've done that, I'm just going to put that to the back and take a new section and just do that again. And this is basically the technique I use. If you guys watched my first video from over a year ago, this is the exact same technique I use, and I'm just showing you guys in slow motion. I will be speeding this up. And for the rest of this video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A, so I'll be answering the questions that you guys have been asking regarding my last 2 videos about how to grow hair longer and faster. So yeah, that's basically all I do. I'm going to speed it up. And if you guys want, you can just mute me and put up your own song. So this is how my hair looks straight and not straight. As you guys can see, my straightened hair looks a lot thinner. It looks nice, but it looks thin, which is why I don't straighten my hair very much. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's a massive difference. The straightened hair looks smoother, it looks shinier, and it also looks a little bit longer. So yeah, and now here are your questions and answers. So the most common question I got was, how long has it taken you to grow your hair? And the answer is, it took me 16 years to grow it up to my knees, and then it stopped growing after that. So I'm currently 21, but my hair hasn't grown any longer, and it's just stayed that length. So it took me 16 years to grow it to my knees. And then you guys asked, how long is your mum's hair? And my mum's hair is about sort of mid-waist length. And it used to be longer for her. I think she had it up to her knees as well, but then as she grew up, it grew thinner and it fell out. So now it's just up to her waist, mid-waist, but it's still nice and thick and it looks nice on her. So yeah, in terms of, if your mum has long hair, you're more likely to have long hair, you know, the whole gene thing. So yeah, that's about my mum. Do your sisters or does anybody else in your family have long hair? And the answer is yes, everybody in my family has long hair. Because we're Sikhs, and Sikhs aren't allowed to cut their hair, so my brothers have really thick, long waist length hair. My sisters have thick waist long hair as well, and so does my dad. And the boys wear their hair up in turbans, and our sisters wear it down in plaits and whatever. So yeah, everybody in my family has pretty much waist length hair. And The other question you guys asked is, where does your accent come from? My accent comes from Britain. It's a British accent, so it sounds quite posh, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's a British accent. How old are you? I'm 21, as I said. And how many inches is your hair? I have absolutely no idea how many inches my hair is. I've never measured it. Whenever people ask how long is your hair, I just say it comes up to my knees. I can tell you guys that I'm 5'8" what do you call it? That's how tall I am. I'm 5'8". So if you guys can work out how long that is in terms of knee length hair, then yeah. I have no idea. I've never measured it. I've never had a reason to measure it. But I might do a measuring video for you guys. And the next question, have you ever cut your hair? No, I've mentioned this again and again in all my previous videos. I am Sikh, which is a religion, and one of our beliefs is that a person should not cut their hair, so I've never cut it. Actually no, okay, how old was I? I think I was 7 or 8 once, and I got a comb. I was trying to curl my hair and I thought, ooh, how do people curl their hair? I think it's with a comb. So I wrapped my hair around a comb and it got stuck, and my mum had to come and cut my hair. And I went around with a fringe for about a year, but that was it. When I was 7 or 8, it was an accident, but I've never intentionally cut my hair. I've never had bangs or layers or feathered hair, and I've never cut it in terms of making it look prettier or making it look nicer or for a hairstyle. So I've never cut it for vanity reasons. But yes, I did cut it once when I was 7 or 8, but I don't think that counts. But yeah, that's just my opinion. If you guys think it counts, then yeah, that's your opinion. How long does it take you to straighten your hair? It takes me, in this video that I made, it took me 20 minutes to straighten it. With my GHDs, it takes me 10 minutes to straighten it. It doesn't take that long. So long as you have the right tools and equipment, I don't think it takes that long to do anything. So yeah, it doesn't take that long, just about 15-20 minutes to straighten it. As you guys can see, I made my parting so that when I straighten my hair, I make sure that the parting is nice and clean. So yeah, more questions. How often do you put heat on your hair? Once a year, and I'm not joking. So the last time I straightened my hair was when I made my straightening video, which was about 18 months ago. So I only ever straighten my hair once a year, and it has to be a pretty special occasion. So last year it was for my friend's 21st, I think, and this year it's for Halloween, because all my friends have turned 21, so it's going to be no one's 21st, which is pretty sad, but there you go. So yeah, I only put heat on my hair once a year, and that is it. Other questions, what sort of products do you use? I use... Everything I've mentioned is practically all I use. So I use I use Tresemme shampoo and conditioner. I use Vatika Nourish and Protect cream. And if I want to keep my flyaways down, I don't use hairspray. I use the GHD texture lotion. I find hairspray very sticky to use, and I think it makes your hair very hard. And I don't really like that, so I prefer using the texture lotion by GHD, as I think it makes my hair just look more natural, but it still keeps flyaways down. And I only use my GHD straighteners or my Trevor Sorbet straighteners, and apart from that I don't really use anything else. And someone asked, do people approach you in the street? Yes, if my hair is down, I do get a lot of people approaching me in the street. Some people just pay a compliment saying, oh, your hair's very nice or your hair's very long, and other people ask me about maintenance and products I use and oils I use, etc. So yeah, I do get a lot of people approaching me in the street, and I've got to say it's kind of nice, you know, it gives you a confidence boost. So yeah, I do get approached. Some people keep asking, what's that noise in the background in my videos? That is the fan on my laptop. I recently got a new laptop a couple of months ago, so in my previous videos you won't hear the fan, but in this one the fan's really loud, so I do apologise for that. There's nothing I can do. I try to speak loudly to try and override the fan, but that's all I can do really. And yeah, one of the biggest questions is, how long will it take you guys to grow your hair to your waist or your knees? Well, I can say my friend started off with shoulder length hair, and she grew it up to her waist in about 5 to 6 years, and she used the same technique I did, almond oil, Tresemme shampoo and conditioner, and it took her 5 or 6 years to grow that much. So that's all I can tell you guys. So if you're starting off with sort of shoulder length hair and you want to grow it up to your waist, about 5 or 6 years. And if you want to grow it up to your knees, it might take about 8 years. But it will take a really long time. But you know, hang in there and maintain your hair, and it will grow. A final few questions. Do you use anything other than almond oil? Yes, I have used coconut oil and olive oil in the past. A friend mentioned to me that they use jojoba oil. I would vouch for almond oil, and I would recommend that if you guys want to play it safe, then use that, because I know that that works. And how much oil do you use in your oiling videos? I use about 5 tablespoons. So I would say take 5 tablespoons in a bowl, heat it up and use that. If you need to add more, then you can. If you have some left over, then throw it away. You don't want to over oil your hair. And last question, do you have a degree? No, I'm currently doing a degree, and hopefully if I pass my exams in a year's time, I will have a degree. Wish me luck for that. And yeah, that's the end of the video. As you guys can see, my hair is now smooth and shiny and silky and straight, and it looks a little bit longer, I guess. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any more questions, then you can send me a message on YouTube. Just put the subject title as hair question, and then just write your question in the description box, and I will try to get back to you as quick as possible. It does take me a couple of weeks on YouTube, so if you guys want an instant answer, you can send it to me on my Facebook page. I will leave the link to that in the description below. And yeah, I hope this video has been useful to you guys, to show that if you want to grow long hair, you know, go for it. It's not that hard to maintain. It's not a nightmare to brush or to straighten or whatever. You can still do everything that you can do with short hair or long hair as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon. Ciao!